Hey, it's me. One of the biggest struggles we face as humans is dealing with the idea of life and death. It's something we all think about, even if we don't always realize it. Sometimes it shows up as fear of dying, fear of getting older, or just this uneasiness with the passing of time. It's all connected. To try and ease that fear, people have created all kinds of beliefs: spiritual teachings, philosophies, religions. And while some of those can be really helpful, they often stay at the surface. The only real way to move through the fear is to go inward, to gently and honestly explore what's going on inside your own mind and heart. Now, doing that inner work, as we've talked about, isn't always easy. Even people who are deep into self-development can still avoid certain parts of themselves. But here's the thing: the more you avoid your own inner world, the more scared you'll be of time passing and of death. On the flip side, the more you understand yourself, your truth, your patterns, your potential, the more peace you'll feel. Death becomes less of a scary mystery and more of a natural part of life. A big part of this work is about learning to let go. Letting go of old fears, letting go of the walls you've built, especially around love and around the opposite sex. Most people don't realize how closely connected the fear of love, the fear of facing yourself, and the fear of death actually are. But they're deeply tied together. When you open up to one, you begin to heal the others. To fully become yourself, you need to embrace who you are, not just as a person, but as a man or a woman. You have to release the inner blocks that keep you from deeply connecting with someone else, from really letting love in. Otherwise, no matter how much you grow in other ways, that deep sense of fulfillment will still be missing. When you're not afraid of yourself anymore, your emotions, your desires, your softness, your strength, then you stop being afraid of others. You don't need to protect yourself so fiercely. You don't need to grip life so tightly. You can finally flow with it. That's what allows you to experience the beauty of being deeply alive. And one day, to embrace death with peace instead of fear. Here's the truth: if you fear life, you'll fear death. But when you learn to live fully, when you let yourself love, surrender, open up, be vulnerable, death becomes just another doorway into something bigger. There are three things that often block this path: pride, self-will, and fear. Pride tells you not to look at the messy parts of yourself. Self-will tries to stay in control and avoid anything unknown. And fear whispers that what's inside might be too painful to face. But when you start being truly honest with yourself, without judgment, those blocks begin to soften. You become less afraid of what's inside you and more open to the fullness of life. These same blocks also get in the way of love. Pride makes you afraid to be vulnerable. Self-will makes you want to stay in control instead of surrendering to connection. And fear tells you it's not safe to open your heart. But love, real love, asks us to let go, not to lose ourselves, rather to discover a deeper kind of strength through that surrender. The same thing applies to death. Letting go can feel scary, like giving up control, like disappearing. But when we've done the inner work and know who we truly are, surrender isn't frightening anymore. It becomes a natural, even beautiful experience. Now you might be wondering, why do we have to struggle so much with all of this? The answer is kind of beautiful. If we didn't have these fears, if death wasn't unknown, we might try to run from life too early. But life wants us to grow. It wants us to understand ourselves deeply. That's why the fear is there, to give us time to choose life before we choose death. Here's something I want you to sit with. The way you relate to time, the way you feel about life and death, the way you approach love, it's all the same. If you often feel like you're rushing ahead, or trying to hold time still, or swinging between wanting love and pushing it away, you're not alone. That just means you're not quite in the flow of your own life yet. But when you start to trust that flow, when you stop fighting, when you stop forcing it, you begin to feel at peace. This is what it means to be in harmony with yourself, with God, with life. To be here, now. Not running, not hiding, just being with what is. And the more you look honestly at your own fears, your needs, your reactions, including the messy parts, the closer you get to your truth. That's when you begin to feel that inner sun, deep, steady light that lives inside you. It's always there, even if it's hidden by clouds of fear or pride or trying to control everything. The light never goes out. So just keep going gently. Keep getting to know yourself. Keep opening to love. Keep trusting life. And slowly, surely, everything that once felt scary will start to feel like home. Love you. Connect soon.